Judges, judges can't provide content, all, but they can do name rec. The only thing judges care about is name recognition. That's it. And if you can say, hey, Judge so-and-so, I'm going to get this to 5,000 people that you probably will never be able to interact with. Chuck mentioned it, invite them to community events. There's events that you guys are hosting or you guys are doing. Invite all these people. And again, we started in Congress, but you can go all the way down. Get those because their bosses on the weekends are supposed to get out and meet the people. And if you provide that conduit, and maybe it could even be a little hand-holding. Hey, don't just show up. Come to us, and we'll walk you around. We will introduce you to the community.
So we this year, I'm trying to interrupt, but this year we started, we kicked off our nonprofit called Jimmy Social, and it's mainly focused on education and mental health. So would you think that would be a good strategy also to invite them? We also have a lot of alliances, like this is about humanity in LA, and Tijuana Seminario, which are based in Tijuana. We are a border state. So we do try to focus and highlight our small businesses. And so our strategy is being going through nonprofits.
Yeah.
So,
and financial literacy, right? Small businesses. Yeah, we represent National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals in San Diego, Gary Acosta. So that's one of ours. So yeah, and this is what we do with Gary as well, right? You know, and part of it is brand, right? Building the brand.
And the only thing I'm making up this topic, especially about nonprofits, is we focus on building trust.
Right.
And that has a lot of value.
Yep.
You know? And because you have trust, that's how you can go out there and actually tell them and pitch something really good to them, because that's how they're going to be interested in your magazine.
You only trust people you develop a relationship with, right? And if you don't have any relationship with, you're never going to be it just won't get into a trusted. I could give my community newspaper a press release and know that it's going to get out to the community, because they would print 20, 30,000 in the Kendall area in Miami. I mean, and he would sometimes put it front page. So I'm like, my boss was now getting. So I show that to my boss. I just got the thought, my boss was super happy with me. And so those are some of the things that, and again, that's a state rep. So think about it. While I'm talking congressman, at this point, like I said, everybody has to get reelected or elected, and that's one of the easiest ways. And I always say, listen, challengers are great and open seats are fine, but always rely on the incumbents. The people who are there, it is perfectly fine for you all to reach to an incumbent, regardless of party, and develop that relationship with them, because I gotta tell you, once you become an incumbent, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna keep winning that race for as long as you keep running for that seat. The incumbents tend to win 90% of the race too. So it's still a community value, right? But you're probably also creating a relationship with the person who's most likely to win that race or continue to represent that community. So. Yes. Any other questions? Tell me. Yes.
All right. So this is all new to me. It might be for some other people. You talked about like the congressional, the state, the local level. Like for us, from a strategic point, where would we start?
Well, today you start at the congressional level, right? And so, and meet your congressman and your Senate offices. When you get back home, you got to look to see when they're in session. So the state sessions are interesting breeds. Like Florida's lasts till the end of this week officially. So you want to catch them when they're back home, because if not, they're going to be in the state capitol. So that's when you want to reach out to the state rep, the state senator, and go, hey, we're having this event. We'd love to invite you or your staff. Or, are you doing an end of session wrap up? Most people can pay out of their accounts to do an end of session, what we accomplished at the state legislature this year. Would you mind sharing that with us, where we can then use that as content as well, and give them the byline? Like, do you guys really care who gets the byline? From state representative so and so. Believe me, trust me, they will love you if you give them a byline because they wrote it, right? Staff wrote it, but right. But there's so many ways you can, and this is perfectly doable because they're the elected official, right? And so if a candidate if an opponent, a challenger comes up to you, give them full time, give them sure. But remember, you're just providing information at the end of the day, right? There's no political bet. They're just saying, hey, this is what happened in this legislative session. County and local, they're there all the time. So that, I think you can reach out to them at any time. Again, the chief of staff, the county commissioner, that's who you want to talk to first, right? Because that's going to be the guy who has the power of the purse. So, yes.
So we've all seen a lot of advertisement on Trump's behalf in regards to like the border and things like that. I've only seen it on TV, and I recently got a press release that they're going to start in radio. Where do we fit, and how can we
if it's the White House Public Liaison's office, you'll meet with them tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions on how, which way to best pitch it to not sound like a literally
self-serving? No, I mean, listen, you're just providing facts to them as well. Be honest. This is our reach. This is who we communicate with. This is our audience. This is our viewership, readership, and we're your best conduit to that community. Let's work together, because if you have a message to that community, and quite frankly, a lot of what the Trump administration does and says, it's for every community. It's not really targeted. I think Biden, where they kind of ran into trouble sometimes, is they tried to, this is for this community, and this is for this community, and this is for this community. What I think Trump does better is that it's the same. He has one message, and it's the same. Buy it or don't, but it's just the one message. It keeps it a lot simpler. But tomorrow is going to be your best point of contact. And get those business cards. I did. I got those business cards, and I emailed them the next day, and they put me on all their distribution lists. So now, every time they see me, I'm on the board of the Latino Coalition, or Nahp, so whenever they want a support letter, or they want us to support something that they're doing, they reach out to me as a community person as well, and I'm able to work with them on those kinds of things. So it's mutually beneficial. But I would say, listen, there's a lot, only 10% of the things we work on is truly controversial. The rest of the stuff is kind of boring. It's taxes, budgets, it's really not, small business issues. It's non-controversial stuff. It's not stuff that's going to get anybody unelected or even elected, quite frankly. That's only 10% of those social issues. But when you're talking community issues, it's hurricane recovery. It's things of the most, simple nature. We represent High Park, over 600 local radio stations, and that's always our message. When a hurricane goes through, what's the first thing everybody listens to? Where's the first place everybody goes to? Radio, right? Because that's the only thing that survives a hurricane, or an earthquake, or a lot of natural disasters, right? So we're saying that's why we're important. So I'm seeing your message a lot, just on the radio side, not on the publication side, but it resonates because people, especially on the Hill, immediately understand that, and the White House understands that, right? So that you're going to be that first line of communication to communities that may not trust anybody else, right? Because they're going to look to you first before they go to the mainstream media even. So.
Can you give us keywords to just throw out there?
Well, Don't say you're not mass media, but you're here, we just wanted to come by, introduce ourselves, let you know who we represent so that you feel comfortable in creating a partnership, right? That's what you want to create, a partnership where you can reach out to us and we're going to get your content out. And if we see something in the community, we can reach out to you and go, hey, we think this is a problem. You know, and they'll help you navigate the public liaison's office. If you need to get to HHS or any of the other, you can now start going, hey, public liaison, we'd like to do something on housing in our community. Who can we talk to at HHS? Who can we talk to at SBA? Who can we talk to at, Homeland Security to, on disaster FEMA? Because there's a lot of FEMA issues, wildfire, right? I mean, there's always something bad happening out there. And that's when people turn to their trusted media, and that's you. We're good?
Yes, all right. In that case,
Man,
thank you. Give it a round of applause to our guests. Yes, and just before we move on, we're going to ask our speakers, if you go to the back, and actually everyone in our audience is all looking separated. We're going to do a large, big family photo, kind of towards the back. We have a photographer already setting up. So back to the window, facing this way.
At the reception tonight, I'll bring my cards.
So once again, everybody to the back, and we'll do the photo really quick, and then we'll get on with the next session.